You know, as we get older, there may come a time in our lives when we need to get a little extra help at home. You know, with the older that we get, maybe we can't get around as much, make appointments. What do we do? Well, we get some help from Home Instead.
Mary Sukanik.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good. How are you this morning?
I'm wonderful. It's good to see you and have you here
Thank
today.
you.
Talk a little bit first. I mean, you've been on the show for many, many years with us, but for anybody that's just tuning in, tell us about the background of Home Instead.
Home Instead takes care of seniors in their home as they get older and need more care. Our caregivers are there to help them keep their normal routine. We have owned our Home Instead office for over 15 years. We're based in Ocean Springs, but we cover the 3 coastal counties of Hancock, Harrison, and Jackson. So we have clients ranging from Escatawpa all the way over to Bay St. Louis. And we help them every day of the week to keep their normal routine, be safe at home, and comfortable there as long as they can be.
Do you find that people that have issues, they recover better at home than in a hospital or something like that?
Well, after hospital stay, when they go home, they're more comfortable, but they'll need some extra help a lot of times because they just don't have the energy to get up and make meals for themselves, to take themselves to the pharmacy to get their medications. They might be a little bit fearful of taking a shower or a bath in the house when they're by themselves, especially if they've had a fall. So that we can be there and help them with all of those things. And then if they've been in the hospital and they've had into rehab maybe a few weeks, they're used to being around people. And if they live alone, I provide companionship to them too. So they have somebody to talk about the news or reminisce about when their children were little or where they grew up or where they met their wives or husbands.
Break out the old photo album.
Yeah, break out the albums and talk about anything they want to talk about. Then they can turn the music on, listen to whatever they like to listen to. And
great companionship.
Yeah.
Now, we were talking before we actually came on this morning, we were talking about how broad coverage that Home Instead has. And what got me, you're all over the world.
We are all over the world. We have over 600, there are over 600 locally owned franchises in the United States, and then we're in 15, 16 countries around the world: Japan, Australia, England, Ireland, several European countries, all providing home care to the seniors in those countries. As I said earlier, we have owned our location for over 15 years.
Now, you mentioned seniors. Is it just seniors that you work with? Because you had mentioned earlier about people that are recovering from surgery or rehab, and I didn't know if that might have been someone younger, that perhaps their loved one is still working, having to go to work, bringing in money to help pay the bills, and so it could be someone in their 40s or 50s, perhaps?
Well, people in their 50s are considered seniors these days, so even though they don't feel like it.
This is true. Because I'm in my 60s now, and I don't feel like a senior.
No, it's remarkable how you don't ever feel your age until suddenly you are that age.
So that hip replacement jumps on you there.
Or a bad case of pneumonia or something like that.
Well, I was just looking, I mean, you have this great form. Matter of fact, you can go online to their website, which is homeinstead.com, and they've got a little information sheet here that's got like a checklist of things that you can go by, or you could stop by their office there on Government Street in Ocean Springs and pick up a copy of it. But all these that, is it time for help at home? Check all that apply. Are you having trouble walking? Have you fallen? Are you afraid of falling? Are you not eating as well as you should be? Are you forgetting to eat? Are you forgetting to turn off the stove? I guess this is maybe dementia or something.
Yes.
In those certain stages. And as you mentioned, all the things you might need help with: grocery shopping, going to the doctor. I mean, y'all are more than just a babysitter.
Oh, we're not babysitters. No, we help them remain independent. Our clients direct our caregivers to how they want their routine to be, how they like their eggs cooked, when they want their dinner or their supper, their bedtime routine. So they're directing the caregivers. It's not the caregiver just going and sitting down just so there'll be somebody in the house. Our caregivers are expected to be actively doing something for our clients when they're in the home, unless it's a situation where the client's asleep and the family just wants someone to be there to be sure they're safe.
Right. And now you mentioned the family too, because there are a lot of instances where a family, they have someone that needs to have some attention, some care. they can't be there all the time because, you know, let's say our parents have got to the point where they can't be by themselves, but they're not so old enough that their kids are retired or whatever. The kids
Right.
can't keep walking. Kids are also they're working as well, so they have their families they need to take up.
Yeah.
That's where you come in.
Adult children can still be working daily, have active teenagers that they have to take care of, or even maybe they're close to retirement age themselves and they don't have the energy. And after the family and the client determines maybe how many hours of help they need a week, the family can say, well, we can help with these many hours. Let's call Home Instead Senior Care and they can help with these hours.
Right. Now, you work closely with the families and of course, of your client that you're working with as far as keeping up with, they have doctor's appointments they need to go
Yes.
to, or if they want to go out and do a little shopping or something
Yes.
like that. Your caregivers, you know, give them that opportunity to do that.
Many times it's the adult children who call us and they've talked to their parents about, you know, and the parents and the adult children have agreed that they do need some help, and they call us, and our client care coordinators go sit down with the client and the family, and they talk about the needs that the client has, and they all determine the care plan and the hours they'll have every week.
So it's a pretty big interview process in which they sit down
It's-
because you
it's
want to make sure that you
detailed.
covered all the bases.
Yes, it's detailed because we need the information about their health condition, who we can contact, how they
In case of emergency.
Yes, health issues that they have, and how they like their daily routine.
And your people that, your staff that works with you, the caregivers,
Yes.
they go through quite a rigorous training session because we've been there and taped some and seen the classrooms going on and everything that you teach them so they can be very dependable caregivers.
Yeah. We think we have the best caregivers on the coast, of course, and they have extensive training, and they are in constant contact with our office.
Now, if someone wants to find out more information, if they want to set up an appointment with you to see if they have in need of Home Instead, what do they need to do?
They just need to call us. They can call our local office number, or they can go online and send us an email.
Okay. Again, you're located on Government Street and Washington Avenue.
No,
Government Street.
Yeah,
I always get messed up.
1716 Government Street. We're just down from the YMCA.
Right, right. Thank you so much for coming by
Thank
again
you,
and
Jim.
informing us about it. It is definitely a great thing that you can do for a loved one in your family. If someone needs some senior care, of course, what you need to do is go online, homeinstead.com, give them a call. The number's on your screen. Make an appointment and see if you need Home Instead.